Hey, what's up guys? Monster Trio here with another theory slash discussion. Today I'm going to talk about everything that's happening after Dressrosa now, and spoiler alert for anyone who does not read the manga or is not up to date with the manga, this video is not for you. So I'm going to get right into it. Yet again, there are going to be spoilers if you haven't read to the current chapter. Okay, so Doflamingo was just defeated, so I'm going to be talking about what's going to happen with him, what's happened with Burgess, what's going to happen with um, Fujitora, and all that kind of stuff. So, and what's going to happen with the Straw Hats and everything. Okay, so first, Doflamingo. I don't think that anyone will kill Doflamingo out of anyone who is currently on the island. The only person I could really see is Kaido, and I could see that in the future. I don't even think he could kill Doflamingo right now. I can't and then he would also have to like sneak onto the island, so I don't think that'll happen. So I think that they'll just take them into custody. Um, I think we're going to learn something obviously about Don Flamingo because now his glasses are off, and everyone has been wondering since the beginning of the series what his glasses were all about and what like if he was blind, maybe it had something to do with him being a noble. Um, yeah, so I think we're going to figure out obviously what that is, possibly even next week because they showed his glasses shattered on the ground next to him. But I don't think he'll die. Fujitora, I can see letting Luffy and the others go because he literally saved Dressrosa and saved all of Fujitora's men, so I could see him letting him go for now. Just like, because I feel like he's kind of similar to Aokiji in the sense that like he's kind of friendly with them and like he knows that they're not like entirely bad people. Um, and then other than that, who's left? Oh, Jesus Burgess. Okay, so this is where things get complicated because I think that Blackbeard, not Whitebeard, I think that Blackbeard is going to make an appearance, and I think that Zoro is going to have an epic standoff or something with Blackbeard. Like they're not going to fight, but like Blackbeard's going to see Luffy down and like Zoro's gonna step in, and like everyone's gonna step in, and then Blackbeard will just end up leaving with Burgess because they need someone there. Because Burgess is right now guaranteed getting his ass kicked by Sabo, so they need someone who can help Burgess. Because unless Burgess like sneaks away, which would be pretty lame if Burgess just like snuck away. So I think he needs someone to rescue him, and I think that the only person strong enough that he knows who's friends with him is Blackbeard. So Blackbeard could rescue him, and then I think in the process they could steal Doflamingo's fruit. So maybe Blackbeard could actually end up finishing off Doflamingo, and that would be kind of poetic because of everything that happened at Marineford and him being a Yonko now. So it would be really interesting to see what happens with Burgess. Other than that, I think that the Straw Hats are going to end up taking Bartolomeo's boat to Zoe because they don't have their own boat. Um, and I feel like Bartolomeo, obviously, his dream is to help Luffy become the Pirate King, so I think if he needed to go anywhere, he's going to give him his boat. Um, after that, I'm trying to think, what else am I missing? Ooh, what's going to happen with all the... I think all the executives are going to get arrested as well. I don't really know what happened to Treble. He kind of just, like, blew up. That was really weird. I can see... I feel like Cavendish isn't going to leave. I feel like everyone else from Dressrosa is going to go off, and Bartolomeo and Cavendish are going to stick with them for now. And I bet Cavendish will actually use it as an excuse, saying that Luffy and Law attract so much attention that he wants to be around them because he knows that he could steal some of that attention from them and be part of those incredible events that he knows are going to happen. So I think that is a great plot twist. I think they're going to throw in. I'm trying to think, who else am I missing? Um, Obviously, I have no idea what's going to happen with Bellamy. I mean, I honestly the only thing I could see him do is joining the crew and going with them. And if not, then he would just stay and guard Dressrosa. But I feel like the people of Dressrosa hate him because of what happened. because they admired Dofi and they knew he worked for Dofi. So I think that they hate all the executives, and considering he was almost an executive, I think they're gonna hate him as well. So I think he's got no one to go back to except Luffy, and I think if Luffy sees him before he leaves, then I think he's going to save him and bring him with him. Um, who else is left that's struggling? Hmm. Um, I'm trying to think. Oh, Baby Five won't get arrested though, because Baby Five is getting married to Sai, and I can see Sai protecting her now. And that was, yeah, because she does whatever she's essentially told, and so when Sai said like, "Oh, like kill yourself, make my life easier then, like I won't have to fight you," and she's like, "Okay," and she was gonna like shoot herself, and then he realized like, "Oh my gosh, like don't do that," and so he's like watching out for her now. I don't know what they're gonna do with Don Chinjiao now because he's pretty much useless without his drill. Like, I mean, he's not useless, but like he's no longer the strongest of them, which really surprised me. I thought he was way stronger than Sai, and they had surpassed him in the matter of like I don't know a few chapters. It was weird because like Sai lost in the Coliseum, like he got knocked to the side by Luffy, and then Don Chinjiao and Luffy had that big clash. But I mean, shouldn't that have been Luffy and Sai then? I'm trying to think what else post Dressrosa. Ooh, I already talked. I have a whole video on bounties. You guys should check out if you did not check out bounties, because I believe that they're gonna get new bounties, and I have a whole video on what the new Straw Hats bounties are gonna be. And I think there's gonna be people who other than just Straw Hats who are gonna get new bounties. I feel like Kinemon is gonna get a bounty. Actually, I did not talk about this in my bounty video, but I feel like Kinemon and Konjuro and Momonosuke, I think they're going to have a bigger role in the next arc because they know about Kaido, and I think they have some backstory there that they're not letting on, like that they haven't told us about yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they know. And I'm also, people have hated on me for this, but I feel like, whatchamacallit, I feel like Kinemon and Momonosuke would actually be a perfect like join to the crew because and people are like, oh wow, like because frankly I have literally no problem with Kinemon. I feel like Kinemon is actually a perfect fit because you've got Zoro who's the three sword style and his element like that he uses kind of is like wind. You've got Kinemon which would be fire and you've Brook who's ice and they all are it's one sword style, two sword style, and three sword style. I mean, it literally doesn't get any more convenient than that. And he's also got a devil fruit that's incredibly helpful that provides him with clothing just by putting random inanimate objects on his head. Um, I really hate Momonosuke, like, despise. Like, he's, like, literally the last person I ever want on the crew because he's always getting with all the ladies and, like, Brooke, Sanji, and Kinemon are always jealous and are like, oh my god, this is ridiculous, like, so I really dislike Momonosuke, but I feel like his devil fruit is pretty interesting, and I feel like if he can actually control it, and he actually can like learn to when to become a dragon and when not to, I feel like Oda could do a lot with his devil fruit because it's a fake devil fruit, and like it's a zone though. And what's weird is like it's not like he transforms into a partial dragon and then into a dragon. Like it's not a continuous transformation. It's literally like he just like poof, he's like a dragon now, and he could walk on air. That was like I was very confused by that. So if they can like maybe he like awakens that and becomes like a bigger dragon, that'd be kind of cool and could fly them around. Oh, that'd be so cool. If he could fly people around, that'd be awesome. That, yeah. And you know what? I think he might do that because I mean he hinted at it with the guy walking on clouds. Because when you think about it, this the Sunny has all the like components. Like they've got the undersea thing. They've got obviously the ship that sails on the water, but they don't have anything in the air. I mean, you've got Sanji who can use Skywalk, but and then Robin can like fly using the wings, but like they don't have like transportation in the air. So that'd be interesting. So yeah, I think they will end up joining, even though everyone hates Momonosuke, including myself. I hate him, but I feel like he's the cabin boy of the crew because they're like, "Oh, Luffy needs an apprentice," and I'm like, "Dude, Luffy is 16. If he has an apprentice, the apprentice is going to be like 8 years old." And conveniently, Momonosuke is like 8 years old, so I think he's going to end up being their apprentice. I don't think they'll like make anything official at the end of Dressrosa, but I think at the end of the Wano arc, after they beat Kaido or after they whatever happens in Wano Kuni, I think that they're going to join, unless maybe Oda will cut out Momonosuke. Like, hopefully, I hope that Kinemon stays though, because he's such a perfect fit to the crew. Like, unless you end up with like a two sword style guy who uses lightning, like I don't know anyone else who would work more perfectly on the crew. All right, and they're also lacking a devil fruit user because they have 4 users right now and 5 who do not use fruits. So I think right, Nami, Usopp, Frankie, Zoro, and Sanji. So that's 5, yeah. And then yep. And then you've got Luffy, Robin, Chopper, and Brook who do use fruits. Yeah, so they need one more who can use a fruit, which would be interesting. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Those are kind of my thoughts. I kind of got off topic, but you know, you got just I just kind of made this channel so I could come up with theories in my head. So let me know what you think, and remember to subscribe. Leave a comment below. Monster Trio signing off.